Today we're going to show you how to add leather embellishments to your hand knitted items, such as hats. So what you're going to need for this tutorial, or in general, is leather. I buy mine from Tandy Leather because I get a whole sheet. I think I spent like 30 bucks maybe on a whole big side of a cow for leather. It comes undyed in this tan color here, but I've recently dyed mine to a blue. If you're going to dye yours, or a bluish purple, you're going to need leather dyes. They come in different brands, as you can see here. And they come in various colors. You can talk to Tandy Leather about that. That's up to you. I stamp mine with some letters here, DC for Dragon Craft, because I decided that that would be a fun little name for my hats, because of the colors I get almost look like dragon scales or dragon-esque colors. So there you go. And I like to make sure that my letters stand out. So I add a little bit of cheap paint to it and go from there. You're also going to need an eyelet punch. If you're going to dye your leather, you're going to need these little cotton balls here. They come on a stick, so you can dip it down in there and go from there. And you're going to need gloves if you don't want the ink getting on you. I've got to see if it will come off. And you're going to need scissors, of course, to cut your leather. So you'll take your leather dye, open it up, and just give it a good coat over here with this brush by dipping it in there and coating it. It doesn't have to be perfect. As you can see, it kind of looks like hand painted. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure that you give it a good, nice, even coat over, and don't let anything kind of bubble over or sit on top like almost like high rise, because it will leave a texture that you don't want, and it will take longer to dry. So you want to kind of get it all smoothed out and go from there. Then what you'll do is, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. We're just going to cut me a piece out. So see, I just kind of trim me a piece. It does not have to be perfect, guys, whatsoever. It doesn't matter. About this size. Okay. You can cut out shapes. You can cut out anything you want to with it, whatnot. Or if you don't want to dye your leather, you have maybe a circuit maker, a Cricut maker, whatever you want to call the machine, you can get your own, cut out shapes and do from there. But I just bought leather, or used leather that I had on hand. So I folded it in half, like so, and I give it a good once over crease, kind of like a half fold there, so that when you kind of open it, you can see. So then I'll take my eyelet punch here, because nothing's perfect, it's okay, and give it a good punch. I give it a good twist in here, so that way I can ensure that my piece fits when I go to attach it to my hat. The next piece that you're going to need, you can use Chicago screws for this. I use the little eyelets because that's what I had on hand. They come in the packs for the front and the back. And you're going to do a good test fit, guys, to make sure everything fits. That's what the key you're looking for is. Does it fit? If it doesn't, go up a size in the eyelet punch. Or your little punch. So we're just going to stick one side in here and make sure that it fits. It fits there. Okay, good. And then we're going to try the front side here, and it doesn't exactly fit. That's what we kind of expected. So we're just going to adjust my punch here to the next size up. And just kind of line the holes up there. And there we go. Now it should fit just fine. If you don't want to do that, you can always just kind of stretch the leather out a little more. And see, there's your test fit. You haven't pressed down anything, you haven't snugged down anything. You can always pop it open like so. Okay. You're going to pop these out, guys, because we no longer need them for the time being. But keep them to the side. Don't lose them. They're small pieces. They're likely to roll off on your crafting area. But go from there. So I take my paint, and I just kind of leave the lid open. If you, it's an easy way to just kind of like shake. I'll shake it so that some gets on the lid. Give it a good stamp in. Make sure that I get some off my working area. And you always, if you're stamping your letters, you want to make sure that your hole is facing upwards. Doesn't matter how you do it, but make sure the hole is facing upwards on you. And your crease, you want to mark your crease with your finger. And make sure that your letter is, when you hold it to you, it's backwards. So then when you turn it over, you get that nice letter you're looking for. So then all I do is I press down in there really, really hard. You can hammer it down in there, guys. And as you can see, there's my D. And I've got a little bit of the color showing through. Just enough to kind of accent it. Again, I'm going to do the same thing with a C. And there you go. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys, because it's handmade. That's all that matters. And we're going to do the other side for posterity's sake. Give it a good press in there. Do the same thing on this side with the C. Make sure you can kind of see it. See, I kind of spaced that. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing's perfect, guys. And this is the first thing I made on my automatic loom. As you can see, the ends are kind of crappy. It's coming apart some places, but it's the first thing I made, and it's a scarf. By the way, I took back that automatic knitting loom, if you can guess how it went. So I fold it over so that I choose the side I want. I choose the better sides of looking. It doesn't matter how it looks. I just choose the side that I think looks the nicest. And I want to make sure that I fold it over and go ahead and put my backing in. So that this side, this is going to be my front, this is going to be the back. So I put the backing in there, and I go ahead and make sure that I've got it hold in there with my thumb. Then I take my knitted material, feed it through, so that I can tell where, hey, it's going to be right here. I want to feed it through my knitted material so that when I close this up, it's going to fit. Like so. But I'm going to choose a little bit thinner area because that side's my messed up area, where it's got one part of my scarf shoved in there because it was my first time making something. So we're going to go on down here to a more colorful area that looks a little more nicer and smoother. So we'll go down here to a nice contrasting color that makes my tag stand out the best. And I'll put it through there so that I see the silver. That's what you want to see right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my top on there. And undo it. Make sure it fits, right? Good. And then I'm just going to push that on down in there. Make sure I get a good tight fit. Perfect. So it looks like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my eyelet punch, and on this setting here, the next to smallest setting, I just take it and feed it through so that it holds the back side where the hole is on the other side of the eyelet there, and give it a good press. And there you go. Now your tag is on there permanently. It's not going to be coming off. It looks nice. And you got a quality product that you can say, hey, I made that. So if someone else tries to claim that they made their hat, but nope, that's my tag. I hand dyed it with leather, and I stamped my letters on there. And there you go, guys. That's how you add your own leather embellishment. You can add your own shapes, fun with it, go crazy with it, do what you want to with it, guys. Have fun with it, choose your own colors. Don't copy me. Do your own thing. And enjoy. And subscribe if you liked the video. If not, tell me how I can improve, because I would love to improve, guys. That would make my day. As I do these, some of them got better. That just is a quick one. You can see, as I did them yesterday, I got good with it. I had fun with it. No two tags are going to be the same. Just try it out and have fun. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like. Give me a thumbs up if you want to give me a thumbs down. Doesn't matter to me. It helps out either way. And subscribe, guys. Thanks for tuning in.